something. With me today, I'm with Amanda Murray. How are you, Amanda?
I'm good. It's bright and early here in Canada and nice warm summer day.
What time is it now?
6:30 almost in the morning.
Oh, it's very early.
Yeah.
So the topic today is Unbuckle, Let Go, Expand, the subtitle Art of Expanding Beyond Your Current Reality. There comes a moment in life when the place that once protected you begins to feel like a prison. The habits that once helped you survive begin to limit your growth. The beliefs that once gave you certainty begin to restrict your responsibilities, the relationship routines, identities, and the expectations that once felt comfortable may no longer reflect the person you are becoming. Growth often begins with discomfort. It begins when something inside of you quietly whispers there is more purpose, more freedom, more courage, more love, more creativity, more truth. But expanding into a new reality requires more positivity, positive thinking. It requires courage to listen to your grip on what is familiar. To unbuck means to release yourself from the beliefs, roles, fears, and limitations that have kept you retrained. Let go means to stop carrying what no longer belongs in your future. To expand means to create enough inner peace for a greater vision, a deeper identity, and more meaningful life and courage to emerge. So, what do you think about the topic, Amanda?
I think that it's a really important topic because so much of what keeps us stuck is within ourselves. And so learning to let go of what's keeping you stuck in whatever area it is of your life is really important. And I think that when we are learning to let go, it's like really sometimes even like a subconscious thing, and we don't even know what's our subconscious is doing that's blocking us from letting go of the things that are holding us back in different areas of our life. And so when we want to expand, there's a lot of research around meditation and how meditation can help you expand, and like you were saying, the positive thinking and reframing reframing your situation, to look for the good things in life, not the toxic positivity where you're just like, I'm just going to be happy just because. It's really important to really feel your emotions when they come up, and to allow your like body to process things, because otherwise they get stuck in your body and show up as disease and as pain. And people get sick when they're holding their stress. And I was just talking with a girlfriend yesterday, and she was saying that her husband's always like super laid back and really calm and all these things, but then now he's like starting to hit this point where all of the stress that he's held in his body is showing up as disease, as like shingles and different things. And so he needs a way to learn how to process those things so that you're not getting sick. And so I think that that's really important. I know for myself, I got shingles when my daughter was born, when I was in a really toxic relationship with my ex-husband. And my body knew that I was sick, but I didn't. And you get shingles because of stress. And so it's really interesting how when your like body feels really, really tired, or your neck's really sore, or your hips start to really ache, what is it that's like stressing you out? Because we hold our stress in our hips, we hold our stress in our necks. And so where is that stress showing up in your body? I think that's something that's really important to be aware of and to be conscious of. And so when we're trying to let go and expand, we also have to notice, like, where is it that I'm storing that stress in my body, so that I can let that go, so that I can go to yoga and stretch it out and start to feel good and about movement again.
Yeah, I like that, Amanda. Thank you. I think it's really, really important to make sure that you deal with stress. I always say to myself, whenever I'm going through something, that whatever I'm going through is going to get sorted. But if I allow the stress to stress me, so then that means I'll have to deal with the stress. So I think it's just recognizing that you have outgrown some things, or expansion begins with honesty. When you recognize, like your friend recognize that a husband needs to deal with learn to deal with things so he can have a good health and things. Um, the environment, the routine, our relationship, our career path. If your career is putting you under pressure, it's good to change. A version of yourself, you might need some changing. Something that once felt right may no longer fit your values or vision or spiritual growth. So I think it's really, really important to actually recognize all these things and that you are growing something. It does not mean that it's wrong as well. It means it simply means that its purpose in your life it has been completed. And if life it feels too small, change it. If life it feels no longer true, change it. So I think that is really, really important. And also not to judge the answer and let awareness become the beginning of change. I think that is important. Hi, Grant.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, good. Jet lagged,
Did
but
you
good.
oversleep?
Jet lagged, jet lagged. Yeah, so that's that.
It's good to have you back.
Thank you, thank you.
So, what do you think about the topic? Then you chose the topic.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a topic that comes to me always when I go away, when I have time and space to think and to switch off and let go. So it's when I do my best thinking, and I thought perhaps we could share that with everybody here today. So that's why I chose it. That's why I chose it.
Yeah, I like that piece about like letting go and how you expand in when you put yourself almost in different situations, right? So when you do, like, routine is really good and it's really good to like have a routine and know what you're doing. But Grant, you were saying that when you travel, you start to expand and think about and let go of different things, and you have that opportunity to really like think about different things and then relax into your situation and expand beyond your current reality. And I think when we travel or put ourselves in different scenarios, that's when we push ourselves to grow, right? And when we're pushing ourselves to grow, that's when we expand. And that's when we can let go of those other parts of ourselves that are no longer serving us. And that when we want to expand, we have to be willing to put ourselves into new scenarios and to try new things and to be willing to let go of past things that that hold us back. And so when I look at different things in my life, what is it that I've had to like overcome, or what is it that I want to bring into my life? Part of it is bringing in routine. And I know when I was just away, I was in Vancouver last week, and it was good for some respects of like learning to let go and of different things that I was struggling with. But at the same time, I'm happy to be home because I love my routine. And even though I'm not at work right now because I'm a teacher and I'm off for the summer, but I was like, I miss my gym, I miss my friends. Like, going away was good, but it also, like, I appreciate being home. And then I was telling Gnomes, I'm like, I'm going to Greece on Saturday for 12 days. And so that'll be an expansion of, I've never been to Europe before. So I'm excited to come and see Europe and be part of that world that I've never seen, only read about.
Yeah.
And so, but I also will be happy to come home and get back into my routine. But I think this traveling piece will help expand my reality. And I know even when you put yourself in a new situation, like I'd never rented a car before. And so like I'd never been responsible for renting a car at an airport before. And so that was something new for me. I'm like, it's kind of funny at like 44, I'm like renting a car for the first time, where it's like I'm solely responsible for it. I have like rented cars with other people before, but never just completely myself. And so that was interesting, in driving in a new city that I'd never driven in before and having to navigate that and having to learn where things are and how to get to certain places was something that was a challenge. And it was a good challenge in lots of ways of learning to expand. But it's also good to come home to your routines and your space, and then reflect back on that later on.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, the joys of travel and what you learn and like new experiences. And that's very, very true. Um, and it always is. I think you always expand from it one way or another. But for me, it's just it's the new environment, taking me out of the environment. And I don't do my best thinking around a boardroom table. I don't. It's when I'm away from it is when I think best. You know, you're the same, aren't you? You're the same, aren't you, man? Yeah.
Yeah, I always say, like, if you want ideas from me, it's never going to come in a meeting. I'm like, just tell me passing in the hallway and I'll think about it and it'll come to me while I'm walking or while I'm at the gym or while I'm in the shower. Those are the best times. Like, I will never come up with something creative being stuck in a meeting ever.
Don't you think it maybe is the mind? Is it the mindset? Maybe.
No, I just think that I don't do well in a situation where it's like, create this now. Or like you have to come up with this in like the
Create it
next 10
now. I
minutes.
want it now.
Yeah, I need time to like be like, okay, I'm gonna put this in the back of my mind and it'll pop into my head at just the right time. And then when that pops into my head, it's almost like a download of like all the things that would connect and work with that situation. And so when it's work stuff, it's always something about like, how can I intertwine these parts of the curriculum and make it better and more engaging for the kids. And it's never stuck in a meeting. It's when I'm doing something else that those ideas just pop into my head. And it's like, then I just write them all down and I'm like, here. But I never get those like downloads of like ideas in a meeting ever.
It's funny. What about you, Nomsa? Do you get
Me,
a,
ideas comes when I'm having a conversation with someone I don't mind. If someone wants the idea, give me what you have or give you something better. Then if you are having a conversation there, we can go. If I go and think about it, I come up with a completely different idea. So if you want an idea
right?
that is going to work with what you have, I just have to look at what you have and give you a better one.
Okay.
But on the phone, I cannot come up with the ideas on the phone.
So you're good at improving existing things.
Yeah,
Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But then
Improve.
if you call me and say this, I'm like, maybe I need to just put down the phone and think.
Interesting, isn't it? It's interesting.
Yeah,
And some people can just like property, right? Some people could look at a property and say, "Oh, we could move this wall, take that out, we could have their set," and they could just see that, you know. And some people just like, uh, they just don't have that vision for things like that. They can do it in certain areas and not in others. But that's it. But I mean, the key point of what I was thinking about today was, what do you need to do to just let go? Because I'm convinced that there's great things inside all of us, but you need to put yourself in the environment where you can let go. And that's a different environment for different people. As you say, some people, it could be around a boardroom table. Some people need to listen to really loud music while they're studying, whatever. Some people need complete silence. Some people need to get away from other people. Some people need to be around other people. It's all different for different people, but I think you just need to understand what's right for you, to put yourself in that environment, because then, like I say, you can unbuckle, unstrap that seatbelt, as it were, let go, and that allows you to expand. But again, the trick is knowing how for you to do it and daring to do it, because a lot of people just don't allow themselves. It is that simple. They do not give themselves the authority to do it. They really, really don't. Oh no, I can't do it. I've got other things to be doing. I've got to be responsible, and they're blocking themselves. Because you think of something great to do doesn't mean to say you have to do it. But first, at least come up with the idea and just try it on mentally for science, is my point, and take a look. And most things can be achieved if only you dare to think of it, because if you don't know how to do it, you can ask somebody else and get help for that. Okay.
So when you guys are working with your clients, what is it that you do to help them like let go and expand so that they can start creating beyond what they currently believe they're capable of? Because for my students, it's always like, how can you think bigger for yourself? Because I'll have kids will be like, I suck at math. I'm like, no, you don't. You just haven't practiced, or you just haven't learned a technique that's going to help you understand this in a better way. And so letting go and expanding would be like letting go of that narrative that they tell themselves, like that I'm not good at math, when really they just haven't learned it yet, or they just haven't learned strategies to help them understand it more concretely. And so what is it that you do with your clients to help them expand beyond their current reality so that they can start moving in a direction that helps them let go and grow into what it is that they're trying to grow into?
Right, great question. What do I do? Lots of stuff. Is the short answer. So you have to open people up gradually and just ask them questions about their goals, what they want, their fears, what would happen if they did, what would happen if they don't. When people start to feel safe in your environment, it's kind of like where I find they store up all their emotions for the week, for the 2 weeks, until they come into the session with me, and then they let go. It's like a safe place where they can tell you stuff. And that's a good place to be, because when people feel that way, they'll be open. It's open, you can help. And people are closed, not a lot you can do to help them, So you got to make people feel safe, I think, is the key thing. Once you do that, I can start asking them a series of questions. Like I said, what happens if you do? What happens if you don't? Just think of it. If you did, if you dared to dream, what would it be? If you couldn't fail, what would you do? And there's a whole range of questions that I ask them, and do that. Or hypnotically, you can do it in a different way. Just hypnotically help them to let go by taking them through the process. And that's that. So there's different things for different people. Some people want it hypnotically, some people want coaching, through asking them questions, some people through seeing things, some people through reading things. There's all different ways of doing it. It's just about finding the right thing for that person, or advertising what you specialize in and letting those people come to you. But essentially, that is it. It's getting people to let go, because it is there in front of you, but people will overcomplicate it. They will put all kinds of barriers and obstacles. I mean, and everyone, and I mean everyone does. I don't think I've ever met anyone who doesn't. Well, no, it's not true. I've met a couple of people in all these years, a couple of people who don't make excuses. And I could read it, a million miles off. I won't necessarily say it's an excuse, but I'll spot it. But maybe about two people in all those years. And they get amazing results, the ones who don't. They really do it. But with no ego and just do it, they get amazing results. But that's a rare person. It's a very rare person who can just do that. Most people aren't cleaned up enough, as I call it, to do it. They're a little bit dirty. like most people, they're all a bit dirty. So we need cleaning up. So that most of it is that, and I always use the analogy of decorating a wall. Before you can install stuff on people, like before you put wallpaper on or paint a wall, you must clean the surface first. If you don't, the paint will only last for a couple of weeks and then it will fall down. All the cracks will show and all of this. So firstly, any professional decorator will sand down the wall. They would expose the cracks. There's an analogy for you. They would expose the cracks. They will fill the cracks in. Then they will sand it down. Then they put another layer of filler and then file it down. And then they would degrease the surface until it's perfectly clean and level. Then they will put the top coat on. Then the paint will shine for years and years. That's what people are like. If you just give them the strategy, they'll sabotage it. Yeah, they really will. Until you clean them up.
I like what you said about exposing the cracks, because I think that's something that's really important to look in for yourself. Is what is it when you're in one situation where you feel confident and you're like, I'm really good right now, and then you put yourself in a new situation and it's like, oh, I not healed from those things, or this is really bringing up some trauma for me, or some things that I thought that I had healed from, and I haven't. And so how, like you said, exposing those cracks is something really important, because then you can be conscious of them and say, wow, this brought up a whole bunch for me. How am I going to navigate this so that when I get into the situation again, or something that's similar to that, I can expand beyond my current reality? Because I think that's something that's so important, is that we don't realize how unhealed certain parts of us are until someone exposes those cracks.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was your key question? Was it?
My question before was, how do you help people bring out those layers so that they can expand into beyond their reality? And you said there was multiple things that you did.
Yeah, there's a whole range of Socratic questions that I asked, and that really opens them up from a different viewpoints of the mindset, very different viewpoints, reflection, thinking about that, and then the homework in between is generated from those questions, because they have realizations when you're answering. They get realizations about things that have happened in the past, things that are happening now, the way this part of their life plays out affects this part of their life, and like the way they're doing this now, it's the way I've always done it, isn't it? And they realize, and also their success. I help them recognize their patterns of their success as well. Will be, things they've done, because most people don't think they've done anything successful, but then I get them to realize and think about it, and then analyze how they did that. And then say, well, if you applied that strategy, which clearly works for you, may not work for me, but it works for you, why don't you use that here as well? And they're like, oh, they don't, it's helping them join the dots. So you ask questions which bring things up to the relevant part of their mind, and then help them join the dots, how that can help them in their life, or how it's sabotaged them. As I sometimes say, how's that working out for you? Because there's I'm a perfectionist, so I'll say, and how's that working out for you then? Because it normally isn't. It's going to be crippling them, Yeah, stop doing that. Yeah. And I'll have a little bit of a joke with them about it and humorize it so they see it sometimes. But yeah, so seriously, that's not working. So, but that's fear. See, perfectionism is just fear. It's master fear.
Yeah, for me, I do similar things what Grant does, because normally it's the fears that blocks people, and people know their goals as well. They know what they're supposed to be doing, but because of fears and lack of confidence, and they're not doing it, and just help that person feel they are being listened and they are safe, give them a safe place. And mostly for me, I do lots of action. I like people doing action. I don't spend time talking with people. I like them to do practical things, to challenge themselves and do things that they've never done before. So that I find that when I meet them for 3 times or 4 times, I'm like, oh, I've created another coach. I'm like, okay. Yeah, they're like, now they want to do this thing. Like there's this girl in South Africa, one of my client at the moment, she's like, she just surprises me every time she comes back every week. She's got tasks. She's gives herself big challenges. If I give her big challenges, she just goes and do it. So I think that is really, really important, just to work with someone, the fears that they fear, because mostly is the fears, that lack of confidence. And some people, they are overconfidence. There's a guy that I'm talking to, I'm ignoring him, is on LinkedIn. He's trying to control the situation. He wants to be matched, but he's trying to control the situation and he does not want to pay. So I'm like, I don't have time for nonsense. You want my time? Time is currency. You got to pay because there are people on the payroll that they have to do the work for you. You got to make a decision. Mostly it's these men that likes to control the women. They want you to match them and they like to tell you what to do, how you match them. So I don't chase them away. So I tend to ignore them. I tend to say, okay, when you are ready for NOMSA to do the work for you, you change your mind, you know where I am. But as long as you want to tell me what to do, I'm not gonna work with you. So you just have to, and there are these people also that have the money. They think money controls everything, but it doesn't, because your money can cost you divorce heavily. You can easily meet the wrong person, and that person can take everything from you. So for me, it's like just helping someone to say, if you are looking for love, put money aside, look for love. Whatever women, okay, fine, they like men who are successful, but it's not that they want money. There are quite a few women nowadays who just want to waste time for shopping and stuff. Women know exactly what they want. They've been played for long, so they don't play mind games anymore. So I'm like, if you know that you have the money and you are looking for a woman, you got to know what kind of a woman you want, and you got to know, have the right words to say to that woman, because money cannot buy love. So I'm sure, like Amanda, she's single. When she goes out, she knows what kind of a man she is. She knows if you tell her I'm successful, she's like, okay, but she knows what kind of a guy she needs in her life. So, but some people use their wealth
Mhm.
get people, but it doesn't work anymore. It
Yeah,
works
it doesn't last long.
now.
Right. Yeah, it's really about learning what it is that your boundaries are, and how it is that you want to show up, and how you want to set goals together, so that you're building something together that's going to actually be a future that you want to create, right? So what is it that your goals are? How do you want to show up each and every day in relationship? I think that's something that's really important that people don't often think about, is how do you want to show up in relationship, and are you making that relationship a priority? And if you're not, then it's not going to work. But when we're learning to let go, and relationship is definitely an area where it will expose those cracks, right, Grant?
Yeah, absolutely.
if that's
Absolutely.
if that's an area that you've been single for a long time, I know for myself that that will expose cracks for me,
Why
where
are you
it's
single, Grant, by the way?
You answered that question for me a while ago. You said by choice.
Yeah.
You said single by choice. I said, yeah, it's true, I am. So, like when I went away for 16 days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do that because I'm single, but you can't really do that. But you can, but I mean, it's unlikely to do that if you're in a relationship.
Oh, come on, Grant. If you're in a relationship, a woman can come with you.
No, it's not the same. No, it's not
No.
quite. When I go away, I want to be on my own
Mhm.
because I need to think. It's not just a holiday.
Yeah,
Business trip, and it is a holiday. Don't get me wrong,
yeah.
but I want to be someone new. I don't actually really want to be around anyone I know because I'm rebuilding myself at that time.
But you can do that even if you're in a relationship, can you?
No, no.
I
Not
think you can. I know people who've gone to like retreats and stuff while they're in relationships and they go on their own for their own healing and
Yeah, you can. And we
themselves.
do have people at our retreats come as a couple. If they're working as a couple, we don't recommend it if they're not though.
No, I mean people go by themselves. Like one of my girlfriends last year went
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a
yeah.
2 week retreat in
So
I can't remember South America somewhere to do a yoga and mindfulness retreat and her husband stayed home. Yeah. You can when
yeah,
you meet the right person.
you can do that. You can do that.
Mhm.
You can. You can. Uh, Yeah, but if you're at retreats, one thing. But if you're just like on a seemingly, see, people just think you're on a full holiday. People don't think, oh, how was your holiday? I said it was a business trip, and I did have a few days holiday.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and they just think you're on holiday. So if you're just on a holiday, people don't quite get it, and that's where I do my best work.
Mhm.
That's where I do my best work because I meet the people and I don't want to have to say I'm going to be back at 5 o'clock. I'm going back at 4 o'clock. No, if it takes 4 hours, like I had a conversation with someone for 4 hours, we thought it would be two. But if it takes four, it takes four. I
Yeah.
put a time limit on it, and that's difficult because if someone's on holiday with you, they're going to want to go somewhere with you, and it'll end up with an argument. And I understand that. So I'd rather just not go. It's a little bit like I love aviation. And when I used to go to air shows, friends say, "Oh, I'll come with you." And I'm like, I don't think you do want to come with me because like you're not really interested in that. And I'm really geeky with it. So and I want to be completely selfish and do what I'm doing while I'm there. I don't mind meeting you in the evening, but while I'm there, I really want to do it, my way. And you'll just be a pain in the backside. You really will. And you won't like what I'm doing. And I won't like what you're doing. Why don't we just do something together later? That sort of thing. So that I
Mhm.
can really thoroughly enjoy it and not have to worry about anybody else while I'm doing that. And if you're working on yourself, yeah, you have to do that. You absolutely have to do that. Otherwise,
Mhm.
you're not working on yourself. You either are or you're not. Simple as that. So it's a bit like,
Yeah, I think also for relationship to work is allowing the other person to be. But when people get together, they like to be this. That's not love. Sometimes you got to let that person be and go and do their own things and stuff without. It's just freedom, giving freedom in your heart, having freedom to be able to do the things that you love to do and meet each other halfway
yeah.
and then in that way I think you have something to talk about like how is your day has been and stuff and with work and stuff. I think that is really really important.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's important. And I rarely see it happen. I'll be really honest.
I
Really,
I think we should have a boot camp where we train these relationship like
yeah,
soldiers,
I think so. I think so.
where
Because,
they don't depend on each other's mind
yeah,
because people want people's mind. They want somebody to be the ones that makes them safe. I think it's very, very important
yeah.
to learn to be safe on your own.
It's when you watch most people when they're out in couples, they don't give that freedom. They may not want that freedom, and that's fine also, but they don't give it. And you watch people I watch people really closely. You'll see someone in a pub, and a guy having a drink, happy, and his wife will stand up, and he'll go, right, we're going. He'll get that cue because they've had that. If she stands up, we're going, and that's it. Which is a shame because I get the fact she wants to go, and that's great. But that guy was enjoying himself. He was happy. And I'm like, so I know it's a compromise, but like she could have waited, couldn't she? She could have waited till we finished.
Mhm.
Really, and vice versa. The same thing will happen. A lady will be shopping and a guy will be bored. Say, come on, time to go. And she go, oh, all right. She'll go, oh, what a shame. She was enjoying looking at that dress or something. Let them do their thing. Let them do it. That's why I sometimes think it's better if you do it. You do your thing. Take as long as you want. When you're ready, I'll be there. Or
Mm.
rather than be done at this time, because then they're sort of clock watching. Sometimes you can do it, but sometimes you do need to, like I said today, you need to unbuckle, let go, and you cannot do that if you're watching the clock. You can't do it. How long will it take? Don't know. So just don't come. Is the best. Don't come. It sounds harsh, but if you really want to expand, that's it. It's like saying, how long is it going to take you to write this damn song? I want to go out shopping. I don't know how long it's going to take to write a song, do I? It's not one of those things. So it's better off, go shopping when you're going shopping, and when you come back, you're done. As an analogy, some things you can't rush. I'm going to sit here till I'm happy. Well, how long do you think you'll be happy in 3 minutes? Because I've got to go out. No, I don't know. So you've got to be realistic. I think. What is the mission? If you're just going on a holiday to have fun together? Yeah, it's a whole different story. Of course, you want to go together and you want to be with that person. That's right. It's very important. And it's good to do. It's very important to do things together. I'm all for that. It's a lovely thing to do. Lovely thing. But if you're doing something else, again, you've got to know the mission that you're on. What are you doing? Why are you there? What's the purpose of it? And that's it. And not many people do it. Do it. Because again, a lot of people do their learning at a workshop, at a retreat, which is great. Some people learn in different environments. Some people just need to go hiking by themselves or with their hiking friends.
Yeah.
Different set of people. Some people do it as a couple. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever works for you. But that is the important thing. Everyone tries to come up with an homogenized method that's right for everyone. No, well, there isn't one.
No, we're all different.
You've got to do it my way.
Yeah.
Way you
No,
work.
we might be dating, but we're all different.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, even myself, when I started cleansing, I was like, the reason why this love business don't work is because people try to control each other. Like you do it my way, or if you don't do it my way, you are
Yeah.
no longer good enough. Or if you don't do the things that I don't I like, and you do the things that you love, it means we no longer fit in anymore. People don't understand that love is tolerance. It means I accept you for who you are as a human being. And with your insecurities, with your whatever that comes with the burdens that you comes with, they're not trying to change you. Like my daughter's dad, he said to me once, after we split up, he said, good God, you're a nightmare, Norm. So I was like, what do you mean I'm a nightmare? He says, when you do something, he says to me, when you do something, you go for it. I said, if I don't go for it, he said, sometimes I always thought she's mad. But he said, now I'm realizing actually you are right. I'm like, I said to him, at the end of the day, when you're with someone, you are not with them for them to do things for you. You just have to go and do what you have to do. No matter how scary that is, you close your eyes, you pretend like you're confident and just go and just approach people and do what you have to do. And because I used to say, we're doing this, and they'd be like, no, say you are dreaming. I'm like, yes, we are. So, and then me, I go, we do it. And sometimes you inquire lots of challenges, but you succeed in it. So it's like that when you are a human being, you have to learn to get to know the person, who they are, and what they are, the limitation, because we limit ourselves a lot.
Yeah.
Like to say, oh, okay, I'm gonna, Grant, I'm looking for a woman. Amanda, I'm looking for a man. Grant, Amanda, I'm looking for a woman. Amanda tells me she's this. I'm ticking. In my head. I'm just ticking. I'm not worried about. I'm not getting to know Amanda. I'm just ticking what fits my reality. So that's what people do. When they go on dates, they tick what fits their reality. And then they don't really care about, is this person going to really, are we aligned? Are we what? Are we this? Are we this? They just, it's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that alignment's really important when you're looking at relationship, even with friendships and with an intimate partner, is like, what is it that you're really looking for? That's like an alignment with your goals and your values and how you want to show up in the world, because that's who you pick as a partner is one of the most important decisions you can possibly make, right? Because that's going to determine so much about your life and you how you surround yourself with people each and every day, right? And so alignment in goals and values is something that's really important. And if you're expanding beyond your current reality, like Nomza was saying, you're like, people are just ticking the boxes of like, yes, they've got these things, but like, are they truly aligned with what it is that you want your life to look like? And so many people just settle for something that's not aligned with what it is that they're looking for. And I think that's really important to notice and to question yourself in how are you showing up, and what's in your life that's aligned with your goals and what's in your life that's not aligned with your goals, and then start making some decisions based on like your alignment. And how are you going to, so one of my goals right now is to learn how to invest. And so one of the things I'm doing is, my one girlfriend, her husband's really good at investing. So I'm like getting lessons like every couple of weeks when I have like more questions. I'm like reading and doing all the things he tells me to do. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to come back. And he said to me, he said, I've been doing this for years, and he's very good at it. And he's like, I've offered to teach multiple people over the years. And he said, you're the only one who's ever shown up when I said, I'll teach you, and actually like messaged and said, I want you to teach me. And then he's like, when you first started talking to me about it and asking about it, he's like, she's never going to come back. And then I'm like, 2 weeks later, I'm like, okay, so now I've read this book that you told me to read, and now I have all these questions. Okay, now. And so, and he's like, you're literally the first person out of all of the years, and he's been doing this for over 10 years. He's like, you're the first person who's ever actually shown up and engaged and wanted to learn. And I've offered to teach hundreds of people that I know how to do this, and you're the only one who's ever shown up and actually like wanted to do it. And so I think that's something that's important too. So like, this is something that I want to expand into, but what steps are you doing to take that, right? So that, okay, so my steps are, okay, I'm going to learn as much as I can in this scenario. And it's been like a year and a half of like learning from my one girlfriend, and now I'm like, okay, I know my other friend's husband's really, really good at this, so I'm going to get as much knowledge as I can from him. And I'm taking a course in a couple weeks on it. And so if that's aligned with you, what steps are you taking that are going to push you in that direction so that you can learn? right? And so whatever it is that is your goal, if you think about your goal, and then what steps you're taking in your daily life that are aligned with that goal, right? Because that's going to help you expand. You could have a goal and never take any steps towards it, and it's just like a wish in the end. And so I think that when we're trying to expand beyond our current reality, we have to think of what are we doing each day to help us expand.
I think that's a really good point. I think that's a really good point. What are we doing each day? And it is because, again, I often prescribe to people daily habits and things to do, to loosen them up. And it is about loosening up, because the answer to all of that is letting go. Many people have habits, principles, bylaws in their mind. Oh, I don't do this. I won't do that. I won't do that because it means this. No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that. Things only have the meaning that we choose to attach to them. And I say choose because we have our own choice. We choose to attach meanings to things. I can't do it because that means this. It doesn't really. It's just a meaning that you've assigned to that thing. So that they're buttoned up with something rather than letting. I'm not saying you should go around and do everything you want to start merging with people because you want to do it. I don't mean that. I mean, things at your own free will, which are yours and doesn't affect other people. Yeah, be open to it, but people are scared. They're afraid. The more open they are, the more relaxed they are, the more safe they feel, the more they open up. And then you start getting to the real truth. And that makes it easier for people. Their life becomes more pleasurable when they're not defending all the time. And people do it all the time. Yeah. And that's the way I see it. You think, Nomsa? You see this?
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, people have to understand that we are all walking in a different journey of life. And when we do, like Amanda, you were saying, this guy says you are the only one that has followed through. What I have noticed is people like to talk. They don't like to do. They tell you that they would like to do this, but they never do it. So you went to him and said, I really, really want to do this because you're ready. And you know that without learning how to invest, you can't create a future for your children and your grandchildren. And you want to do this for the future to leave something for your children, something for your grandchildren, and which is really, really important. People talk, they'll say they want to change their lives. They want you to be like them. They don't want you to follow through. And when you try to change them, like you're different, you're this, you no longer fit into their network and things like that. Like myself, I'm not popular with people because if you want to hang out with me, you got to allow me to be me. Because if I say I'll do something, I'll follow through it, I will do it. But sometimes people try to control. Or even when you date men likes to control. Me, I don't like to be controlled by men. You can't control me. You have to let me be because I cannot control you. I have to let you be. My job as a woman is a mentor. You bring out the ideas. You are an architect. You bring out ideas. I have to make sure that those ideas, they come to reality, not for me to tell you that your dreams are too big or too small. So I think at the end of the day, you've got to look at things. What do I let it go? Let go of things that no longer serving you, and let go of things that waste time. For me, I just observe since I've been doing cleansing, I'm just realizing there are people that entered my life they shouldn't have entered, the people that I've allowed them in my life and I should not have allowed. But now, unapologetic, if you accept me for me, it's fine. But if you don't accept me, like if you feel that I'm not good enough, I'm not going to try to convince you to be in my network. You move on. I move on, and that's about it. Just learn to let go and unbuckle the things that you know that. And life has a way of doing things. Life blesses you. When you want blessings and you don't hurt nobody, life will bless you.
That's true. That's true. Life does bless you. Life does bless you. It's good. It's a great thing. So yeah, I mean, essentially, I'm thinking, what do people want? You know, when you really want, do people want to expand? Do they really want to expand? What is expansion for that individual? Find a
They
way.
do, but they don't want to do the work, Grant.
Well, you know the expression, right? Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die.
No. No one wants to do the process of God and praying and fasting and connecting with God, but they don't want to die either.
It's true. Everyone wants a six pack, but no one to go to the gym. Yeah.
No.
There are people who go to the gym every day because I'm one of them.
Well, there are. And there's more now.
Yeah.
There's more now than there's ever been.
Yeah.
20 years ago, people didn't really go to the gym. Oh, only real fitness fanatics.
Yeah.
Now most people go. Most young people do it. This is funny because they're the least likely needed to do it. You know, it's the funny thing. I often wonder though, are they going to sustain doing that when they're 70 years old?
There are some people at my gym that are in their that are older that I see consistently. And so I think it's that consistency piece, right?
Oh.
Is how we expand too, is what is it that you can be consistent at? And look at those patterns in your life as what's consistently showing up, and that'll show you what's consistent, right? And so one of my goals before was to go to the gym consistently.
It's
And
far more of a regular thing to do going to the gym now than it ever was.
yeah.
Even
Well, because we know the research behind it too now, right? On how exercise and moving our body affects our mental health and all other areas of our life. And so that piece is really important. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the more, jobs are mechanized these days, the more people are getting natural physical exercise, right? So I need that. Good. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. But
Yeah.
absolutely. But I mean, how do you, let's look at the ways before we finish, maybe, is ways that you can unbuckle, you can unstrap, various ways, give some ideas for the people listening. But for me, I need to be a couple of things, elements that really work for me is being near water or in water and music and the right kind of music, obviously. So I actually made friends with a DJ in a podcast. I love the music, and I'm just trying to think how to do that to some sort of personal development program. That's what I was thinking, and that was my view. That was my view on it. So, and that's one way. Music's a big thing for me. When I do a lot of modalities, I like music. Some people need silence. Some people need to write a book. Blah blah blah. So, what about for you? What about for you, Amanda?
What is it that helps me expand? It
Yeah,
would be that, well, reading for sure is one of the ways. I definitely think it's looking at what's showing up for me and then how do I shift that, right? And so one of the reasons I started going to the gym regularly and making sure that it was something that was important, even though I'd always worked out in some capacity, I was like, I really want that consistency for myself and to show up for myself in that capacity. And so it really was about, like, if I want to attract somebody that has these qualities, then I have to show up consistently too. And so that's part of it as well, is like, can I consistently show up for myself, and how do I show that I can consistently show up for myself, and then how do I prove that? Right.
yeah,
But also I was like gaining a little bit of weight, and I've been the same size since I was 16, and I was like, I don't want to buy new clothes. I don't want to have to like replace my closet, so I need to make sure that my clothes fit. Which was
Yeah, I
something that
don't
was
know with
important.
my body, although I'm losing weight, I'm still I'm still wearing size 12 and 14. I think I lose weight, but my bones, my muscles, they stay big. But when I fasted for 40 days, I lost my muscles, but they're coming back now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we met in person, didn't we? We met in person not long ago because we did that YouTube thing, and
Yeah.
you look very slim. So,
Yeah.
yeah, very slim, um, petite, and you move fast. You can get through gaps in a crowd very quickly. I walk fast, but you can get through gaps quicker than me. And you get,
Because I'm not that tall, Grant.
what's that?
Because I just move. Like when people are talking, I just move.
You do,
Yeah.
you do. Yeah, I noticed that about you, and I quite like it because it annoys me when people move slowly, too slowly. But
I'm
you
I'm
move
seeking information. I like to know what's going on. I don't
fast.
I don't like to miss out. Even in church, they're like, "Why are you fasting? Why are you doing this?" I'm like, "I'm seeking information. I need to know what's going on." I don't like to go to a place where I have to depend on somebody. If you teach me this is how things are done, I've got to learn to do them. So when I got to YouTube Grant, but that one it was easy because there wasn't too much. There was too many people. Normally the one that we go, normally there's like 1,000 people in the room. It's normally, but normally it's a nightclub. They normally book the nightclub.
But see, that's an opportunity to expand, right? You guys hadn't, we've been doing this for how long? And you guys had an
Yeah.
opportunity to meet in real life. And going to things like that helps you expand your network and expand how you're showing up in the world, right? So you guys had that opportunity to expand beyond your current reality by showing up at an event that's going to allow you to do that. I think that's really
It was
important.
Des who actually taught me how to move fast when I'm networking.
Was it Des that taught you?
Yeah, it's him who actually taught me that to talk to everybody and just know what's going on. He was like, "No, sir, don't buy too many things. Don't buy stuff. Focus on networking with people. Don't focus on buying the product. Focus on getting to know people first." So I moved very fast. And one of the guys, there were guys when I went to Andy Harrington, this guy came to me and said, "I've been watching you. You are good at networking. You move very fast." And like, thank you.
Well, you do, yes. That's
You
funny.
have to, Grant. Otherwise,
You're right. In a networking event, it's better to because you could be in a room, and I used to teach networking, didn't I, for many years. You could be in a room and get glued to one or two people, thinking you've got a good connection, and you may have a good connection, but you don't know. The person standing next to them who you haven't spoken to could be your best connection of your life.
Mhm.
So you're better off just go around and make a small contact with everybody and then go back for a deep dive with those who seem to have a good connection with you. That's the best. But a real mistake is to not get around the whole room, as it were. But Nomsa
yeah,
does.
we had so much fun, me and Grant at YouTube
Very
event.
fun.
Oh yeah, it was well. We had so much fun.
Do you know I took my football shirt with me, right?
Yeah,
We were given football shirts, right, with our names.
yeah.
And I took it with me thinking that it looked like the conference, the last day of the conference while I was away. If England won, or if England were in the finals, it would have been on the last day. And we're like,
Are you gonna wear it?
yeah, there'll be no Brits in the conference. We'll all be in the pub across the road watching it. So
Yeah,
I took it and I was going to put it on for that game. But the game was it Argentina, wasn't it?
yeah.
I was on the plane flying out there, and we tried to get the internet on the plane. It was patchy, and I was listening to a little bit of it, and that's when we lost. So, needless to say, the shirt didn't get worn. But it's a great shirt. It was a great day. Lots and lots of fun. Lots of fun. Really, really.
Yeah, we had so much fun. The food was too much.
And the
Yeah.
people who run the YouTube in the UK live very close to me.
Really?
Yeah, I spoke to somebody else and thanks very much. What do you do? And they was like the three people. Oh, you don't know this. And there's the three of them. There's the marketing manager, there was the assistant, and then they had like a intern, right? That intern only lives in the next town to me and drinks in my local pub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's a young guy, so he goes on the nights where we young guys are there, and I go on the nights when the young people
Is
aren't.
it not the one with the gray hair? Like he's got shorter hair?
The black guy with the blonde hair,
No, no, no. The white guy with blonde hair.
young guy, yeah,
Yeah. The
yeah, yeah, yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Really funny. Yeah,
He's my favorite. I just like him. He's just so nice. He has a good heart.
yeah, he did, and he was good, and yeah, he lives very local to. And he said, I was there the other night. I said, so was
Did you
that.
swap numbers, Grant?
What's that?
Did you take their number?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no, not the number, but I connected with them on Instagram.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have to remember that. So yeah.
I'm sure you bump into them.
Yeah, I mean, probably will. I mean, and he may have been there other nights, but he's just a young guy in the crowd. I wouldn't have thought nothing of it. But yeah, really nice guy. But I'll look out for him, or I'll say to him if you're around, but go and have a quick drink or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
amazing.
he's always there. But normally the person who runs it is the face of YouTube, the girl that is the face of YouTube. She's the one who normally runs it. She wasn't there on
Yeah.
both days.
Oh well,
But
maybe.
that guy is always there. He works with them. He's a very nice guy, down to earth. I like guys, people who have good hearts, who serve people with wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 24 minutes past four, guy or two, guys. I think it's time for us to go. I think we should just have one day talk show where we come and have a coffee instead. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Tao
Have a coffee
coffee,
instead, a coffee shop. So
random
we got,
conversations.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, I think we should check with the other girls and just have one where we all meet together
yeah,
and have it. We don't have to come at 1 p.m. We can come a different day and just come later, have a coffee, chat, get to know
yeah,
our audience, invite one of our audience as well who wants to come and join us.
yeah, coffee and cake.
Yeah, coffee and cake.
Do that. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Do that. Should be fun. All right.
Yeah, that's a way to expand beyond your current reality too, because you're
There you
changing,
are. There you are. Just let
changing it up
go.
a little bit and seeing what happens.
Don't always have to stick to the structure, right? We can do various things. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Okay, guys, it's time to go. If you're watching, Granty, I'm gonna. Do you want to close today?
I will close. Okay. All right.
Amanda, you've never introduced the show or closed the show.
That's okay.
When are you on again?
I'm in Greece for 2 weeks, so after
Okay,
that,
when you come back, you have to prepare. You're gonna introduce the show and close the show the very first day you come back.
oh, okay.
Because while
Yeah.
you're in Greece, you'll have time to unbuckle, let go, and expand. The subtle art of expanding your current reality.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been to Europe, so I'm very excited to expand that part of my knowledge.
Beautiful. But you're going to Greece, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, on Saturday.
That'd be lovely. That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Well done to you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, me too.
Send us some pics if you get a chance.
I
And
will.
videos, please. Claudia, she's really good. And Sharina, when she's away, she always sends me videos, what she's up to.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
Grant,
I'm really
close the
excited.
show, please.
Okay, everybody, thank you very much for listening. It's been great. But remember, it's about just giving yourself permission to put yourself in the environment where you can unbuckle or unstrap from the daily chains, as it were. And then when you do that, you just let go. Don't think, just let go and let things come to you. And this will allow you to expand. Not saying you have to do it, don't get scared, but it allows you to expand your current reality from where it is now to where it can go. And if you just dare to let go. And I did this to two people in a nightclub while I was away. The owner of the nightclub and another guy who lived mysteriously close to used to live mysteriously close to where I am now. I showed them how they can expand their reality very, very quickly within minutes. My way of doing it, and you can find your way. But just again, remember, unbuckle, let go, be prepared to let go, and just let it come to you and find that you can expand your thoughts, your reality, your beyond your current scope of what you're doing. Just dare to dream, take a look at it, even if you don't know exactly how to do it. Just give yourself permission to do it. You can always find the ways to do it. And if you need to find ways to do things you want to achieve and you don't know right now how to do it, please contact us on the show and we can show you how you can make those connections, how you can do it. While I was away, I was teaching hypnotic networking. I use it for myself to make these great things happen, and you can too. So learn how to do it. If you're not sure, come to us, we will show you so that you can expand beyond your current reality. Thank you. Amanda?
Oh, no, you summed it up. That was great.
Okay. And Nobsa, lovely to see
Thank
you
you so
again.
much, Grant.
Amanda, have a lovely holiday.
I will.
And I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Oh, Zoom is locking me out. Trying to stop it. I'm trying to stop the show, but I've been locked out.
Oh, really? You can't stop the show?
No.
You've been locked out?
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody to the show. We're going to start again.
We're gonna start again. Okay, what is it? It's not allowing me to stop the show.
Okay, well, maybe we just exit. Have a great day.
Could be. Yeah, just try that, I think.
Okay, expand. Okay.
Let's have a quick look. What can you do?
What is...
Oh, wait. Is that you doing that?
Exit full screen.
Yeah, if you... I wonder what's going on. Give it 1 second. You're in the meeting room. We can close that.
Okay, guys.